how to do word boxes.
I have my word box here, and I've taken the first stack from in front of the snail out, and Mr. Endo is going to pretend to be a student, and he will show us what happens when we read them correctly and when we maybe hesitate a little bit, and then what we should do.
Okay. Him. Number.
So I'm putting that one in a separate pile because he wasn't as fast on that word.
I don't know.
This is the word make. Say the word make.
Make.
One more time.
Make.
Can you spell the word for me?
M-A-K-E.
Okay, what's the word?
Make.
Great job. Sorry.
Other. These. Will. I don't know.
This is the word she.
She.
Look at the word. Can you close your eyes and look up at the ceiling and try to imagine the word she? What do you see is the third letter?
E.
Very good. And the first letter in she?
S.
Good. And then look at the word again for me. Say the word.
She.
Excellent. Again, that goes in another pile even though I've gone over it.
Okay. Which. Each. And. Had.
Good. Nice sounding out. What's the word?
Had.
Okay, I'm going to put that in this pile because he wasn't fast. So now I have two piles. I have the pile where Mr. Endo read them really well, and these I'm going to mark with either a tally, these have started a tally, or a star. Okay, I'm going to mark them all with the tally, and then I'm going to count. None of these have 10 stars or 10 tally marks, so all of these go back into the snail. Okay. Now with these words, these are the ones that Mr. Endo did not know. So I'm going to go over them one more time with him, and then they get put back in the snail without a star or without a tally mark. Go ahead and read the word again.
Number. Make.
Good.
She. Had.
Nice. So now these go in front of snail. When we look in our box, we have a second tab, which is bike, and Mr. Endo has some words in here. The only time that a word from the front can be moved is once it has 10 stars or 10 tally marks, whatever you're using at home, then it would be moved to the next tab. It should not be moved before 10 stars or 10 tally marks. It always stays in snail until I get 10, and then it's moved. So now Mr. Endo has these words that are his bike words because he has 10 stars or 10 tally marks, and some he has more on. So we're going to go through these words.
Has. Go. Into. When. But. One. Not. Your. Made. Have. What. All. Were.
Excellent job. So now I would mark these again with a tally or a star. And if I have now reached a second set of 10, so now I have 10, 20, then these would move from bike to helicopter. Okay? We have no words in helicopter. Once those words have another set of 10, so now we're at 10, 20, 30 stars, those are going to be put here in graduate. And what I say to my students is once they're in graduate, you can read them one more time, tear up the card, and it goes into the recycling because that word, you are so good at that word, you no longer need it in your box. Now, the words in the back, these are words that should not have been introduced to your child yet. The stack in the front should not be so large so that this should be a quick thing that happens each night. It should not be a giant stack. So bringing all of these forward at once is a little overwhelming for a child, even if your child is reading fairly well. So we recommend bringing a few forward at a time. So maybe 2 or 3, and then the next night, if you feel like your child is ready, bring 2 or 3 forward. But bringing the whole stack forward is overwhelming. So let's keep these back in here and bring them forward slowly to introduce your child to them. And that's how you do Star Wars.